Hello there, my name is Artie, and welcome back to Thing of the Month, where at the end of each month I'll discuss whatever game, series, album, or some other thing I enjoyed most that month. This month, for our first ever non-video game thing, it's Secret Level, the 3D animated anthology series created by Tim Miller and available on Prime Video. This show has been on my radar for a while, since it was announced at Gamescom last year, and I was super excited to finally be able to watch it in full last December. It would have been last month's Thing of the Month, but I had a bigger project to work on. Anyway, the show has 15 episodes in total, with the gimmick being that each episode tells a story in the world of a different video game, with inspirations ranging from Dungeons & Dragons to Warhammer 40k to Pac-Man to Spelunky. In this video, I'll just go over some of my favourite episodes, and I'll try to leave out as many spoilers as I can, so you can go watch it for yourself. Without further ado, let's start with Zan, the 4th episode, which is based on Unreal Tournament. So, for a quick synopsis, this episode follows Zan, a defective mining robot who rebels against his human masters to free his robot brethren. Turns out though, the humans aren't massive fans of this coup and condemned a lot of the mining robots to fight in a tournament. An Unreal Tournament, if you will. Anyway, the bulk of the episode consists of absolutely awesome fight scenes between the robots and their adversaries as they attempt to win the tournament. I should say, I've never played Unreal Tournament myself, which is what I feel makes this such a good episode. It manages to be one of my favourites of the show without just pandering to fans of the games. First off, the episode, much like the rest in the show, looks absolutely amazing. The design of everything, especially the mining robots, is just plain cool, and seeing everyone battle it out in this awesome arena is incredible to watch. The way that the robots actually use their mechanical bodies to their advantage throughout the episode is amazing as well, and all the fights had me on the edge of my seat. The music is great too, with this really high energy techno track playing throughout the fight that complements it really well and adds to the atmosphere. And how can I not mention the announcer callouts? Every so often you'll hear a callout like "Assist" or "Rampage," reminding you that the episode is still based on a video game. So cool. So yeah, that's Unreal Tournament Zan. Now let's look at one of the absolute highlights of the series, Pac-Man Circle. So I'm sure you're thinking, how on earth are they going to make a 10-minute short film about a little yellow blob in a maze eating dots? Don't worry, I was too, and frankly, I was completely blown away by this episode, which takes a complete 180 and turns an otherwise innocent arcade game into one of the goriest episodes of the show. The episode starts with a little yellow orb called Puck waking up some alien-looking guy from a test tube and telling him that
you are the chosen, and only the chosen may escape the maze.
Puck leads him to a sword and tells him that his purpose is to eat. For most of the rest of the episode, we see the swordsman slowly honing his skills, killing bigger and bigger animals for food, and even encountering some ghosts, which look slightly different to what you might expect. It's a really interesting and well-written episode with an ending that is great, but I won't spoil for you here. Instead, let's talk visuals, because damn, does this episode look good. Instead of aiming for the near realism like the previous episode I talked about, Circle goes for this really neat, almost comic-esque art style that's ever so slightly reminiscent of Into the Spider-Verse with its unique shaders. We also see a variety of environments, each of which looks amazing, going from the industrial tunnels at the start, to a jungle, to a desert, to these ancient ruins. I cannot properly express how absolutely awesome I found this episode when I first watched it, and even though it takes itself seriously within the episode itself, it's obviously quite tongue-in-cheek due to the fact that they made this super serious gore fest out of Pac-Man of all things. If you only watch one episode of this show, I'd definitely recommend that it be this one. But there are still a few more I want to talk about, so let's move on to The Outer Worlds, the company we keep. The Outer Worlds is a game I really need to finish playing, and this episode just might be the kick I need to get started again. It's one of the longest episodes of the series at 19 minutes and follows Amos, an orphan from a backwater planet who becomes part of a product testing initiative at galactic megacorporation Anti-Cleo's in order to reunite with his childhood friend. It's both amusing and a little sad to see this guy go through all of the product testing, as you see him slowly losing pieces of his body whilst retaining his near unbreakable will. Overall, it's a sweet episode and provides a good commentary on pharmaceutical megacorporations. As for the visuals, they look overall pretty good. Definitely not the best in the series, and definitely trumped by those last 2 episodes I discussed, but still pleasant to look at nonetheless. Not really much else to talk about with this one. Great story, good visuals, nice music. Let's move on to the last episode I want to talk about, Spelunky Tally. If there was one game I definitely wasn't expecting to see here, it was Spelunky. Most of the other games in the series are all huge AAA games, and then mixed in is this indie gem. This one follows Anna Spelunky, and it will never not be funny that that is her name, as she keeps dying whilst trying to finish a run in the temple. I know the feeling, Anna. In contrast to the last episode I mentioned, Tally is one of the shortest episodes of the series, at only 8 minutes, but it manages to fit quite a lot into the runtime. Mostly it's just a montage of Anna dying over and over in different places from the games, but the second half of the episode has this really sweet discussion between her and the other character, Liz Mutton, telling Anna not to give up. Overall, story-wise, the episode doesn't have loads of substance, but it's still a good one for Spelunky fans and newcomers alike. As for the visuals, they're quite similar to Pac-Man Circle, just aiming for a slightly more cartoony and much less gory version of the style. I think it looks really good, and there are a lot of especially stunning shots throughout the episode, despite its short length. All in all, Secret Level is an absolutely awesome show, and even though I only mentioned 4 episodes here, there are 11 other episodes that are just as good. It didn't surprise me when I found out that the series creator, Tim Miller, is also the creator and executive producer of Love, Death and Robots, another brilliant 3D animated anthology show. I'd absolutely recommend Secret Level to fans of any of the games the episodes are based on, and even those who don't know the games at all. Most of the Secret Level episodes do a plain good job of spinning up a story without you even knowing about the game that inspired it. Overall, it's an awesome show, and that's why it's my thing of the month. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed, then leave a like, subscribe, and check out the website contentunavailable.net for the weekly blog. In the meantime though, I'll see you at some point in the future. Goodbye.